All right, first things first, we had a massive holiday yesterday, so super thankful I had to wait another day to get reamed, so that was really nice. But yeah, we had a pretty bad day here, worst day in 4 months. We can see NQ is now fallen quite below this October 10th sell level. So we are basically pushing back into September levels now, which is pretty brutal. And we've just been barcoding for nearly 4 months now. Here's a look on Robinhood. SPY was down 1.8%, Tesla down 3.5%, Nvidia down 3.5%, Qs were down over 2% at close, puts are up 400%. Apple had a terrible day, tumped all the way down to 4.5%. Bitcoin at 89,000, just terrible. Down 12% in the last year, 17% in 3 months. Amazon down 3%. There were two names that were actually green. Micron has been an absolute tear. Just an explosion. $3.70 per share, 250% in the past year. I still really like AMD, up 92% this year. MSCR is terrible, down 60% in the past year. If you're wondering why we're dumping, Trump to impose a 10% tariff on Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the UK, Netherlands, and Finland, effective February 1st. Tariffs increased to 25% beginning June 1st. Tariffs will continue until the U.S. reaches a deal to buy Greenland. And also we have the Japanese bond yields ripping higher. So all the boomers are crying about that now. And they're blaming that for the crash. Japan's 30-year spiked 4%, the highest in history. The 40-year spiked 4.2%, the highest ever. We finally saw some nice SPY calls coming in for June 18th and September 18th for about 18 million in premium. So I will be watching these quite closely. Also, we have silver bulls adding more calls. March 31st, 1.5 million. And then April for 500,000. We can see futures getting a tiny rebound here. And we also have a pretty big gap on futures to the downside. So maybe we fill that gap over the next few days. So I was down around 600 today, but it is after hours and now we're bouncing. So we recovered about 150. Also, we had Netflix earnings dumping down over 5%. EPS 0.56 versus 0.55 estimated. And the revenue 12.05 billion versus 11.97 billion estimate. Pretty much every time you double beat, the stock just dumps 5%. So, and the S&P had its worst day since October 2025. Quick 3-month update on some of the names. SPY up 1.8%, which is barely anything for 3 months. Tesla down 5%. Nvidia down 2%. QQQ flat. Apple down 3%. Meta getting wrecked, down 16%. Amazon is actually green. Micron has been insane, up 76% in 3 months. AMD flat. It's pretty much Micron and also Google have been doing well. Everything else has been red or flat over the past 3 months. Bitcoin down 17%. I just want to show you how brutal this Nvidia chart is. It has basically not moved since early August. That's about the level we're at right now, so about 5 months ago. We'll have to see how the market acts the rest of the week. Once we start getting better price action, I will be making a ton of videos. But obviously for the past 4 months, ever since early October, it's just been absolutely horrible. But I'll keep you guys posted. See you in the next one.